Base44 versus Replit versus Cursor, which AI coding tool is best? Now, something significant has happened in the world of software development over the last couple of years, and building an app, something that used to require months of work, a development team, and a significant budget, has become something individuals with little to no coding experience are doing in days. Not because software development got much easier in the traditional sense, but because AI coding tools have changed what's possible for someone sitting alone at a laptop with an idea. Now, the three tools at the center of this whole shift are Base44, Replit, and Cursor. Now, each of them uses AI to help build softwares faster, but they approach the problem from completely different angles, serve different types of users, and produce meaningfully different results depending on what you're trying to build and how much technical background you have. Now, Base44 is built for people who want to go from an idea of a working app to an actual working app with minimal technical involvement. Replit is more cloud based, with a more cloud based environment that combines traditional coding with AI assistance, and it's built for people who want to learn, prototype, and deploy quickly. Cursor is a professional AI powered code editor that is built for experienced developers who want AI to make their existing workflow dramatically faster. Now, these are not three versions of the same tool. Choosing the wrong one for your situation does not mean a worse experience. It can mean months of frustration trying to use a tool that was never designed for your use case. So this video is going to give you a clear, honest breakdown of all three so you can make the right choice immediately. Now, the traditional path to building software required either learning to code, which takes months to years to reach a level of competency that produces real applications, or hiring developers, which is expensive and slow. Now, AI coding tools have created a third path, not a perfect path, and not one that replaces professional software development, but a genuinely viable path. The people benefiting from this the most shift are non-technical founders who can now build MVPs, minimal viable products. So understanding which tool serves which of these users is the core of this comparison. Now, Base44 is the newest of the three tools and the one that most aggressively targets non-technical users. The pitch is straightforward. Describe the app you want to build in plain language, and Base44 builds it for you. No coding required, no environmental setup, no deployment configuration. The experience of using Base44 for the first time is genuinely striking if you have never used an AI app builder before. You type something like build me a project management tool where my team can track tasks, assign them to people, set deadlines, etc. Base44 produces a working web application, okay, that you can move forward on and work with efficiently and incredibly. So it's not a mockup or a wireframe, an actual functional application that you can open in a browser and actually use, just like this one that I have created for myself. The underlying approach is that Base44 handles the entire technical stack, the database structure, the backend logic, the front end, and everything else. The iteration loop is fast enough that building out a functional tool in an afternoon is realistic for many use cases. Now, where Base44 performs best is in internal business tools, dashboards, trackers, simple CRMs. These are applications where the requirements are relatively straightforward and the value for process can be quite incredible and easy to use. Then the limitations become apparent when you push beyond straightforward use cases, complex business logic, conditional workflows, integrate data relationships. It all becomes harder to implement through natural language description alone. The AI misunderstands requirements occasionally, particularly for nuanced features, and correcting those in misunderstandings through functions or further descriptions can become a cycle of iteration that slows things down. Now, the other significant limitation is customizational depth. Because Base44 controls the entire technical stack, you have limited ability to go under the hood and modify the code directly. So pricing starts with a free tier, and that free tier is pretty much going to go ahead and give you a lot of features to work around with, and it will give you a lot of great app generations. But the paid plan starts around $20 per month for more generous usage and a lot more. So for a non-technical user who needs a custom internal tool, the value relative to what hiring a developer would cost is significant. Replit, on the other hand, has been around longer than the other tools and has evolved from browser-based coding environments. The core of Replit is the online IDE. which is integrated development environment, which means you can write and run code without installing anything on your computer. And for beginners, this removes one of the most frustrating barriers to get started with coding, which is the setup process. Replit, the AI assistant layer within the platform, can generate code from natural language descriptions, and you can pretty much go ahead and create and work on any demo or anything coding related into this section. Like, let's say I want to create a 3D racing game. I go ahead and enter it, and it starts working on it. Now, where Replit distinguishes itself from Base44 is in the level and control and transparency. It gives you the actual code. You can modify it directly. You understand what's being built because you're involved in building it, and even if the AI is generating significant portions of it, this makes Replit better suited to users who want to learn as they build on. Now, Replit's deployment capability is also worth emphasizing. Projects built on Replit can be deployed as live web applications directly from the platform with proper built-in hosting and a shareable URL. The limitations of Replit, of course, are centered on performance and scalability, and for serious production applications at scale, browser-based development environments, you can have real constraints. Now, Replit's free tier is quite generous. You can create unlimited public projects and use the basic AI features at no cost. The paid core plan at $20 a month adds private projects, more computational resources, and higher AI usage limits. Cursor is fundamentally different from the other two tools, and in this comparison, it is more important to understand the difference before evaluating it. Cursor is not an AI app builder. Basically, it is a professional code editor similar to VS Code, which is actually built on top of AI deeply integrated working. So if you're a non-technical user, Cursor is not just the right tool for you right now. That's not a criticism, it's just an honest statement about who the product is designed for. Now, the core features of Cursor is the AI chat and code generation embedded directly into the editor. You can highlight any section of code and ask Cursor to explain it, refactor it, or even optimize it, depending on what you want. Now, what makes Cursor particularly powerful is its code base awareness, and the composer feature is worth specific mention because it allows you to describe a multi-file change in natural language. Now, the limitation on Cursor is the entry requirements, and without a developmental background, the tool provides limited value because you need to understand what the AI is generating, evaluate whether it's correct, and integrate it properly. So Cursor's pricing starts with a free tier that includes a limited number of AI completions per month, and the Pro plan at $20 per month gives you significantly higher usage limits and access to the most powerful underlying model there is. Now, on accessibility for technical users, Base44 is definitely going to take the winner there. It requires no coding, no understanding, and no technical background to produce a working application. On output quality and technical sophistication, Cursor produces the highest quality for code and complex applications because it's working with experienced developers who can guide and refine the outputs. On speed, from idea to working product, Base44 is fastest for straightforward use cases. On learning value, Replit is a clear winner. The combination of visible code and immediate execution is better when it comes to Replit. And on scalability and production read lines, Cursor is much better. So the recommendation is pretty straightforward once you're clear on who you are as a user. If you have a no-code background and need a working application built from a description, use Base44. It is the most direct path from idea to functional product. If you want to learn code while building something real, or if you have some technical background and want a fast all-in-one environment, use Replit. If you are an experienced developer who wants AI to make your professional workflow significantly faster without actually changing the tools and patterns you already use Cursor. It is the most powerful AI coding tool available for professional developers right now, and the productivity gains for experienced users are among the most significant. So that is pretty much about it for this video. Thank you for watching all the way till the end, and I'm going to be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.